Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. This time, a half-moon walk, whatever that means. I want to see what this... Oh no, oh, it's not going to pop up. There was a little thing that popped up with a, with the imagination thing, but it was a plus. I want to see what it says. Yes, character portraits. Okay, it doesn't look like it's coming up. I'll give it one more, see what happens. It might give us a bit of information that I wasn't aware of. No, okay, you've skipped over it. Fair enough.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that?
Well, the amount Sherlock Holmes
I
pays.
understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
But we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother, Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right?
We will...
It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Whitechapel, eh? Right, we can pop round. Right, solve the crime at Half Moon Street. Investigate the crime scene and talk to witnesses at Half Moon Street. Interrogate Leighton and examine his belongings at Scotland Yard. Got a few things. The Hidden Samaritan, obviously. Yes, yes. We now have a deadly plant. That's the kind of thing you want to keep around, isn't it? Let's have a chat with Toby. Toby!
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mock cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Ooh, you meanie.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Yes, the letter. I just want to do this, and then we'll head off. Albert Dunn's confession. Dear Mr. Holmes, I'm writing to express my appreciation for your striking the truth of this horrible case. At first, I could not even imagine how Miss Margaret White, such an exceptional and beautiful woman, could plan and commit such a dreadful murder with that fellow Hamish. How angry I was, but when I attempted to put myself in her shoes, I began to understand. As talented and beautiful a lady as Miss White was, she evidently could not complete her studies without money, while my father was living his high life, deficient in human sympathy. Thank you for your kindness towards her. She is no longer here, and I already miss her. Oh. Go away. Thank you. Right. Have you changed the telescope? No. I don't know why. Right. Let's head to the crime scene first. Because we might lose some evidence if we don't go there first. I know that's probably not how it works, but in my head that makes sense. You wouldn't do the interrogation and then go, aha, the crime scene, and then have to go back. We might pick up some evidence or some ideas and deductions that lead us to ask certain questions. That is a possibility. Right, where are we? Right, we're going onwards. Oh, right, that's... Ah, it's down here, is it? Okay. All I can see is darkness. I fear you need a better lamp, Holmes. Oh my goodness, I can see practically nothing. Which is not going to be fun on YouTube. Right, I can't see where I'm going. Right, here we are. Crime scene.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88.
Well, that keeps getting referenced, doesn't it?
Then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
So who are the victims?
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Okay, and who are the witnesses then?
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer chap. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
And yet here, testimony.
So, Constable Marrow,
Alright.
I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
Right.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Circumstantial at best. You said fireworks.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Shot. So you heard the shots then?
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
So they could have already been dead. What are the details in Half Moon Street?
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
You say Mr. Turner has a flat up there?
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Dark.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Right, well, let's examine the bodies then. And?
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there.
Examine the head.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Well, how did he die? That's the question. Ooh.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Wound.
The bullet penetrated his stomach. A dreadful wound.
Oh, nasty. Okay. Kenneth Butler. Head wound. We'll do the Sherlock vision
The
later.
bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
So I'm guessing the key question is going to be, who was the target out of the two of them? A key? Does it say for where?
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
I'm guessing that's going to be something we examine later. Right. Ooh, no, I think we've exhausted everything we can see, so... Tell me what you've... Yeah. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that is stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Fracture?
This shard of wood is quite new.
Interesting. Right. Talk.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
So, if we assume... It's caught in the stomach. The bullet was around here, surely.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Right, so... Let's try and speak with people. This is Mr. Turner, then.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective, gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
If he's the only one who knows for sure that it, or says for sure that it was Leighton, there's a possibility he could have been the one to do it. He's framing him. It's possible. I don't know. It's medal. Oh, the Battle of Balaclava. Requires support. Ah, because he's leaning on the wall. He's leaning on the doorway. I just want to... Which I'm guessing is an injury from his... pockets. Anything? Ooh. He's missing buttons. I can't see any of the buttons. Right. Well, can we hear your testimony of what happened?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up, and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand, and I rushed towards the window. I looked down, and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
I think he's lying because Butler took a shot through the head and the other guy took a shot through the stomach, which makes me think that they were lined up, having an argument. He shoots from his window and hits the guy in the head and it goes through. I don't know. You say there were 2 distinctive shots?
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
Dancing men,
That is
dancing
an
men.
interesting
Right, so what he's saying is... So maybe he's innocent. 2 shots louder than the first... No, 1 shot... 2 shots. The first louder than the second. In Dancing Men, it's the same thing. I think it's Dancing Men. Where the first 2 shots were... the first shot was 2 shots. Hence first 2 shots. So it was at the same time, and then there was a 3rd shot. So, yes. So, however, he knows of us, so it could be that he's read the report in the Strand. Right. Anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
And after his escape?
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
Except that,
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
except for the fact that when he came through, he didn't see anyone up there. He just saw an open window and a dark one. So, different shots, 2 victims. Mr. Turner stated that he remained near his window until Leighton was caught by the police. So, he's probably lying. Mr. Turner stated that it remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. So what do we do now? Search the flat. Okay. We'll ask to do that. I think we'll have to, presumably we'll have to ask to do that. Right. Yeah, Turner's contradiction. Yeah. He said his window was dark. Right, what do we know of him? Ryan Turner is around 60 years of age. He's a veteran of the Crimean War, a fact of which he's very proud. He could have got a... Would they have had... They would have had rifles, because this is like the 18... Right, so he's 60. And this is going to be... at the latest 1901. Because it's Queen Victoria's birthday. So it must have been around the 1860s, which is when I was thinking anyway. So he could well have had a rifle. His leg was most likely injured during the war, and he's been limping since then. Mr. Turner lives a poor life. So yes, let's converse with him about coming in. There's a contradiction in the statements I've heard.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Turner's contradiction. Boop.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Ooh.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Okay, so he's limping.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Mm-hmm.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
But... whoop. Fire. Ashes. Burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
Textbook on... on a... I can't rotate round. Right. The Brooks Kellogg's textbook on something of the author higher something Baker. Oh dear. I fear he may have read The Dancing Men. It's quite possible. Can I pick it up?
The papers are almost...
So he's burnt some kind of paper. That's what we know.
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
So it'd be interesting to know if it does say Baker Street. Because that would point to my theory that he's read about our adventures and he's taking stuff from it. Right, so... I won't talk to you yet. The window. Ugh. If it's open...
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
There's Kenneth Butler.
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly. and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
So he would have had a view, but that also means he would have had a view of them. Huh. The Times. Bookshelves. Walking stick. Oh.
Perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.